What's up everyone, Vu of NVU Films here, and I'm back again with another dumb video. And today I want to discuss a new computer I just purchased for my business and my personal use. I have been using a Dell XPS 15 for the past 2 years or so. It has been a great computer. I had the Dell XPS 9560 with the i7 7700, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 4K screen, a GTX 1050, not the 1050 Ti, but a 1050, and it's been great. It's a great editing computer. The screen is great. I recently got a new job as a videography director for a marketing firm, and they gave me a computer to use, a desktop. It's a Dell Alienware. It has i9, 64 gigabytes of RAM, and a GTX 2080 graphics card. And pretty much I got spoiled. You know, I go into work, I'd be editing these videos, and it's like blazing fast. There's no hiccups. I get home, and the Dell XPS has been speedy, it's been zippy, it edits, but then it's one of those things where you don't realize what you are missing in terms of like speed until you've experienced it. It's almost like you have a car, like a Camry, Toyota Camry, and it's been fine for you. You know, you say, oh yeah, it drives fine, it's good, daily driver, gets good gas, no problems. And then all of a sudden, you get to sit in like a Ferrari and you're like, whoa, you didn't realize the speed that you're missing. So I upgraded to a new Gigabyte Aero, 15x. This particular model has the 4K screen. It has 32 gigabytes of RAM and the i9. So this thing is fast. And also it has an RTX 2070 Max Q graphics, which is a lot faster than the 1050 and even the newer 1050 Ti. Yes, I got the i9, and a lot of people worry that the i9 causes throttling in some computers. And yes, it does. The Dell XPS is very thin. And that's another reason why I had to go away from it, because of throttling, because it's a thin body, it heats up, especially with all the processing power, especially if you're doing some heavy editing. Laptop will throttle down, it'll slow down your speed. And the reason why I decided to go with the i9 is because, one, Premiere Pro, when you use any warp stabilizer, it does not use the graphics card to help process warp stabilizing. It uses solely on the CPU, which I figured i9 is faster than the i7. So if I want the maximum speed out of my editing, I should go for the i9. And nothing is a productivity killer to me than having to like the warp stabilizer on. Next thing you know, I'm like looking through my phone, watching like multiple different YouTube videos, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 different Squarespace ads. And then, I lose track of time. Next thing you know, the warp stabilizer's been done. And I was sitting there for 15 minutes just watching Squarespace ads on YouTube. And, that's a huge productivity killer, and, using warp stabilizer, with Premiere Pro has been, you ever, drive up to like a pedestrian crosswalk and there's like a millennial trying to like cross the street, and then the dude's just like walking by, like looking at you like this. I could literally like run over that dude, go to jail for 15 years and still get home faster than waiting for him to finish crossing the street. That is warp stabilizer to me. I'm sitting there, I'm waiting, and it's super annoying. So anything I could do to speed warp stabilizer up is a huge plus. Obviously the 2070, the CUDA cores, all that stuff, the 8 gigabytes of GPU RAM, it is going to make timeline editing faster. Whether I'm using proxies or not, is going to be speedy. And then of course, it's going to help with the rendering speed. And like, nothing's more annoying to me as well is after I render something and I realize it's all jacked up, I gotta re-render it. And then I realize I'm gonna have to spend another 10 minutes waiting for it to render. But the more powerful GPU, more powerful computer, I cut down that time. That'll help. I've already noticed overall speed increase when I've been using this too. Before I decided to upgrade to the Aero. I've been using this Dell XPS please. I'm using the Dell XPS 13 with a Thunderbolt connector. I connect to the eGPU. I connect to a Gigabyte Aero with the GTX 1080, and now that combination, you know, and that connects to a external monitor. That combination has been a lot faster than the Dell XPS 15, just laptop alone. So, you know, I will actually also connect this to the eGPU too, because the 1080 is still faster than the 2070 overall. But I still, you know, I'm keeping this one too. I sold the XPS 15. I'm keeping the XPS 13 for other productivity type uses. You know, documentation. I also use it to like transfer files, backup files. While I'm editing on the Gigabyte, I will use this. You know, on the back end, I'm doing other stuff, letting it run, like backing with files and stuff. So that's what that's for. And it's a backup editing computer. So like, if for some reason, you know, this one goes down on me, I could use the Dell XPS 13 on the eGPU I have and edit videos with it without worrying. You should always have like a backup plan for whatever it is. Yes, it's a bit expensive to have 2 laptops, but I'm all about productivity, and the time is money, and it is worth the extra investment on my time. Especially, as you can see, I'm doing YouTube videos with my daughter ruining the office everywhere. So, you know, I'm not gonna go too in depth, you know, with this laptop, right? I mean, this is, you can watch other reviews out there. I obviously, if you look at my other videos, I really suck at reviews, but overall, I really like the Gigabyte Aero, okay? The good things about this is the screen, you know, it's a matte screen. It's not like the shiny gloss screen. I do lose touch screen. I do lose fingerprint scanner from the XPS and that. I could live without that stuff. But the screen is accurate. It is X-Rite Pantone, Paint 1, whatever, certified display. Yeah, it's color accurate. So as a video editor and someone who tries to color, a good accurate screen, color accurate screen really helps. Other things I like is, you know, it is relatively slim for a gaming laptop, but I think this one is geared more towards editing because the 4K screen doesn't have like the 144 hertz whatever refresh rate for gaming, so it is more geared towards creatives. And I actually do appreciate like the full-fledged keyboard. The Dell XPS 15 only had like a partial keyboard, you know, much like the Dell XPS 13 here. It doesn't have like the number keys, and it does help. I mean, I used to be an accountant, so like I use number keys a lot. So when I'm doing like my own books, you know, doing Excel sheets, you know, as a business owner, you know, I have to calculate a lot of costs, so I do use Excel sheets a lot. And you know, that's when the number keys, the full-blown number keys, will come in handy, and it actually fills up the whole board, like versus having wasted space. So this is very appreciated. The you know, the touchpad is pretty comparable to me with the XPS 15. The keyboard's okay. I have no issues with it. You know, other than that, I mean, it seems like it's a little bit slightly bulkier than the XPS 15, but it's still very slim. So like I have like another, like a small laptop pouch that I put the XPS 15 in, and this one fits in it as well. So like the size difference is not too much. You know, really quickly, like this is like comparison to the XPS 13. Here's like a size comparison between the XPS 13 and the Gigabyte. Sorry, let me know in the comments if you want to know anything else about that particular laptop, performance-wise. I did some light editing on it yesterday, and it's fast. Like I noticed immediately that it's very responsive. Dropping in 4K footage, just pressing play or whatever, it's just fast, instantaneous, and that's much appreciated. And also let me know about the audio. As you can see, like I'm monitoring audio on my cell phone right now, so you can see the audio levels. I'm trying to keep it at negative 12 dB because I got a new audio recorder. So I'm a really big fan of the Sony audio recorders here. You know, for weddings I mic up the groom a lot, and sometimes I even tape them onto like the actual microphone itself, you know, to capture clean audio. So I recently got a PCM A10, and it is currently what I am using right now to record the audio. But I do have a DEITY D3 Mic Pro, DEITY D3 Mic Pro shotgun mic. And I also do have experience with, you know, I use Tascam recorders too, but I mean, if I could show you the size comparison right now, let me try to see if I can pull this up. You are going to hear the audio change quite a bit because I'm going to unplug the Deity mic from the Sony real quick, just to do a size comparison between the Tascam and the Sony. So now I'm on the built-in microphone of the Sony PCM A10, and look at the size comparison between these two mics. They do the same thing, okay? They have the same ability to record audio. Overall, the audio quality recorded out of these mics should be the same. I know Sony advertised high-res audio. I don't know. You should be able to get the same audio quality with these two mics. But the game changer with the Sony is the fact that it's connected via Bluetooth to my phone. And so for weddings, if I have this, you know, recorded on the DJ booth or something, I'm connected to this with the phone, and I mean, it's like immediate. As soon as I turn on it pairs immediately, and when I press record, it starts recording immediately. When I press stops, it stops immediately. This thing is amazing. You know, it shows the battery level and everything. It's like live. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch this back onto the DD mic. So now I have the mic in, and I'm trying to see where it's coming up at, and it's hitting about, right now it's about -12, -13 the way I'm talking right now. So this is pretty good. This is good. This is good sound to me. I'll see what it sounds like, you know, obviously when I'm editing. But let me know how this sounds like, how this setup is. The DEITY mic D3 Mic Pro, it's about, I don't know, almost 2 feet away from me. So, you know, we'll see. You know, let me know if you have any questions with the Gigabyte Aero, any tests you want me to do. And I'll probably go more in depth with this mic review later. Anyways, until next time, lighten up.